안녕하세요. 블록미디어의 명정선입니다. 네, 오늘 제가 드디어 만나뵙고 싶었던 바이낸스의 CEG를 만나뵙게 되었습니다. 정말 기쁜데요. 먼저 인사를 나누도록 하겠습니다. Hello, nice to meet you.
Very nice meeting you. Thank you for having me here. Yes, absolutely. I think basically I've lived and worked in 4 to 6 different countries before I came across Bitcoin. So when I saw Bitcoin for the first time, I understood it immediately. Because every time you do an international transfer through a banking system, it's very difficult. And I just knew if we do the transfers using Bitcoin now, it's going to be a lot easier. So cross-border transactions is one of the many use cases for cryptocurrency. And also having that international experience, well, living in multiple countries around the world, you're not very, I'm not married to one currency. So I'm not always thinking about the Korean won or the US dollar. I've used many different currencies before. So adding a new cryptocurrency is quite easy. So, and also right now, the Binance team are in 39 different countries.
39 different countries.
Yeah, so the Binance team, so we're very spread out. So I think having that, and our users are in 180 plus countries. So there's the B there's 3 different words for the B. So there's bit of Bitcoin, there's blockchain, and there's binary. And then the second word is actually part of finance, right? So if you use binary finance, the first 4 letters are binary, and then the last 6 letters are finance. So we just thought it was an interesting name. So I think being ethical means a lot of different things. I'm not saying the other exchanges are not ethical, but I think basically there's a very high standard which we can achieve. The high standard involves very many different things. Some exchanges, especially who they trade against their users, which are not good, because now the exchange have a lot more information against the user. The user doesn't have that much information. So this happens more on futures exchanges, less so on spot. With futures, everybody have a point where they get liquidated. They have the liquidation point. If you know where that point is, you can drive the price down to that point to force them on liquidation. So and those stuff are very unethical. That's like very bad. You're trading directly against your users. There are other slightly less serious problems like wash trading to pump up your volume to have higher ranking. They're less bad, but still not very good. And then there are other things like kind of listing only good coins, because some coins cause users to lose a lot of money. Nobody likes those. And then there are other stuff like just social. On the top end is like social responsibility, if charity work and stuff like that. So we want to be at the very, very top end. So we want to do everything properly. We don't want to do anything that's sort of bad. And our revenue model is also very transparent. We just charge a fee from transactions, and people, if you don't want to pay the fee, don't trade. So it's very transparent. So we don't have any hidden incomes or any other things. So I think basically, as long as, and we also do a lot of work for the industry in terms of fighting for regulations, in terms of technology, investing in technology development. So I think as long as we're doing all of these things, we can set as a very good example of leading the industry forward.
Yes, I think very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
And users, people know about it. Like we actually don't have to talk about it all the time, but people learn it, and then they will support it subconsciously. Advertising. So we don't have banner ads.
Yeah.
You don't see banner ads on websites, or you don't see it anywhere. Online, offline, we don't do any ads. But all of our users comes through other user referrals. So that's actually, so we save money on a lot of advertising. But I think if you set the ethical value to be very high standard, people will spread the word for you. Basically, I think Binance is probably the exchange that set the standard for frequent communication during system downtime. I think before, many exchanges, when the system go down, like they issue one update a day. But for the users, that's very because crypto exchanges are very different from traditional financial institutions where we are holding the client's assets. So the user's money is with us. It's a huge responsibility, and people get worried over when you don't communicate. So Binance probably set the implicit rule. If we have a downtime, we issue an update every 2 hours instead of every day. So every 2 hours we have an update. Every 2 hours we have an update. And now the good thing is that other exchanges are copying that now. So which is good for this industry. I think basically frequent communication and being transparent is very important for earning people's trust, and so we'll continue to do that.
mistake or?
Yeah, we made many mistakes. So let me. Yeah, I mean basically we're far from perfect. We make decisions very quickly, and we focus on execution. And sometimes we make a wrong decision, we're gonna change back. So I can give you some examples. When we first started, our servers are outside of China, and then at that time, Chinese users are our bigger user base. So we moved the servers back into China, and a couple months later, we have to move it out again. So there's a lot of those kind of decisions we make wrong. We have made decisions wrongly about listing bad coins, for example, and then we kind of stopped them, etc. So we've made a lot of mistakes. But I think basically on security we cannot make any mistakes. So we have to be 100% like very secure. But on business side, we try different things. Sometimes we try a marketing campaign. Say we do a competition, like a trading event, competition event, and sometimes not very successful. So it happens all the time. So basically, we believe blockchain is a great technology. It's a great invention that has many impacts. It has many advantages. Cryptocurrency has many advantages over fiat currency. So there's many things you can do with cryptocurrency that you cannot do with fiat currency. And we just want to promote the adoption of cryptocurrency. And then in turn, blockchain technology, and then in turn, I think it increases the freedom a bit. So I think basically it increases the freedom of transactions, freedom of raising money, freedom of investments. And so we think all of those things are great for the human society. And so we just do our bit to promote the adoption. And running exchanges is one of the ways we know how to do well. So that's why we list more and more coins, and we try to promote people to use our exchange. At the same time, we invest in other key blockchain infrastructure projects in the industry as well. So that's another way. We have a charity fund which helps educate different parts of the world as well. Yeah, sure. So I think if you're a Binance user, in terms of investing and buying cryptocurrency, don't use all your money. Use the money that you could lose. So there's very high risks, very high tolerance, and don't invest in just one. So spread your portfolio. So hold some Bitcoin, hold some Ethereum, hopefully some Binance coin, and a few other coins. Don't overbet. Don't bet everything on one thing. Start small. When you first start, especially for young people, you can try it and learn. So start with a very small amount of money, and as you become more and more comfortable, you can increase your investments a bit more. And the most important thing is you need to understand what you do. Whatever coin you buy, you gotta read, learn it, and you gotta understand what that thing is. So don't just follow some other people's advice. Don't follow other people's actions, because following somebody else is very dangerous. So basically understand what you do yourself, and be responsible for your own actions.
Thank you very much for interview.
So thank you very much. Yeah.
네, 지금까지